This is not how today was supposed to start. Good morning, everyone. It's Friday, and we are off to the hospital. Thank goodness I live right by it, because we have to walk. We think Grayson might have broke his arm, so yeah. Alright, there we go. So rundown of what's happening. Basically, the kids were on the back of the couch. We're just like playing on the couch. Grayson being a baby, I turned away for 1 second, and all of a sudden I hear this big thump, and he's on the ground. He fell on his whole right side. I thought his leg and his arm might be messed up, but it's just his arm that he can't move. So that was like an hour ago. So I was on my way to the hospital. I had to pack up Kenzie because Cody is stuck at work because his partner is at the hospital with his children right now. So Cody can't leave. And he also has my car seats, my wrap, everything. So sometimes my girlfriend, she's basically my sister, she works from home on Fridays sometimes. And so I called her and I was like, "Are you at home?" And she was. And so as I was walking to the hospital, I passed her house and she was able to take Kenzie with her. So now it's just me and Gray, which makes it a lot easier. I think he's fallen asleep. He's pretty shaken up. It hurts real bad. So right now Cody's trying to get off of work, seeing what he can do. Hopefully meet me, but I just got a text from my sister-in-law and she was like, "I just got out of the shower, I'm coming to meet you." So thankfully I will have somebody there with me for moral support. But hey, we got you guys documenting this. I never would have had to do, I never had to do this with Kenzie. Grayson is such a different baby. Oh gosh, I don't know. I think it's like at least a sprain, but I'm pretty sure it's broken. I guess we'll see.
Hold it. Good boy.
Still think there's another arm.
He's
In the hospital right now. We've been here for like what, an hour?
I don't know. See what time did
Probably.
you text him? Did they say?
I don't know. Probably like an hour or something. A while. So it's not broken. We just had an x-ray. It's not broken. They think it's just like his, basically a little ball in his elbow is kind of messed up and out of place. So we shall see. The doctor just tried to like pop it back in and it was horrible. And Grayson shook for a long time. But he's okay right now. But he'll be back.
Almost 2 hours.
Almost 2 hours. Wow.
Ah! Huh? You could keep your pants on.
He's feeling a little bit better. Still not moving his arm though.
It's broken. It's broken. My boo-boos.
Oh, big boo-boo. See how he's not moving his arm to play? He's trying to, he wants to, but he's not. Oh boy. Are you stuck? So we actually spent the rest of that evening after we got out of the hospital just getting this little guy all better and hanging out with you. And I gave him some ice cream, but I just wanted to let you guys know kind of what the rundown of what happened after we got out of the hospital. So we got out of the hospital and Cody was actually just on his way. I passed him as we were walking home. He had picked up Mackynzie from my girlfriend's house. So the doctors took the x-ray and said no, they couldn't see a break on the x-ray. We waited there, I think we were there for like 4 or 5 hours. We're like 4 or 5 hours at the hospital, hey?
Yeah, it was a bit.
It was a long time.
Oh
so
God, my voice just cracked so hard. Did you hear that?
Yeah, a little bit.
Oh my goodness.
Anyway.
Puberty.
No, stop, I'm trying to film this. Night. So they said they could not see a break on the x-ray. Then they sent the x-ray to a different specialist to see if he could see anything. He could not see a break. So the doctor tried to see if his arm was like dislocated in his elbow. And so he tried to put his elbow back into place. And there was no click or anything to put it back in. So that means that was not the case either. It was actually a really horrific hospital experience. It was probably the hardest parenting day I've experienced, and definitely his most traumatic day of his entire life. Me and another nurse had to hold him down for the x-ray, because he's a baby and he wiggles, and so it was really brutal doing that. He screamed the entire time. And then when he had to try and pop his arm back in, even though it wasn't unpopped. But anyway, it was so painful for him. And he screamed and he turned blue. He didn't breathe. Well, he didn't turn blue, but he was not breathing. It was that cry where it's he's crying, but he's not making noise. And then he shook for 10 minutes after he did that. And then we waited for 2 or 3 hours. And so basically the doctor sent us home and said, keep an eye on it. Don't do anything. If it gets worse, come back in. And if he starts to move it, then even if he starts a little bit, then he's on the mend and it's not broken. Basically he couldn't tell us anything. He said, and that's what he said, and he said if he still can't move it by Sunday, then bring him back and we'll reevaluate, because obviously something is broken. Because there was a possibility that it still was broken, they just couldn't see it on the x-ray. It could have just been a really small break in the elbow. So, it was a big ordeal. We kind of just took the weekend off and relaxed and tried to make him better. He still couldn't really move it, but Friday night was really brutal trying to sleep, and then Saturday morning we woke up and he was actually able to start moving it, and very slightly he put a piece of orange in his mouth really slowly, and as soon as we saw that, we knew we didn't have to take him to a second hospital, which was really nice. And now, as you can see in the next clip on Sunday, he was moving his arm again, and it's continuing to get better every day. So thankfully, we don't have a broken arm. We have a happy, healthy baby, and hopefully one who will be a little more careful. Isn't that right? Are you going to be a little more careful?
No.
Do you think?
No, he's my boy.
He's my boy.
Mommy's wrapping presents for Mackenzie's birthday. Hi, Mackenzie. When's your birthday?
She hasn't seen the presents.
Yeah, she just was allowed to come out of the room.
Because they're wrapped. Now I'm just putting bows on everything.
Yeah.
Oh, that one's straightened. Whoops. Oh no. I made the mistake.
You done goofed.
I done goofed.
Done goofed.
Thanks, Mom. It's beautiful.
Thanks. Pretty exciting. She's trying to guess what every single one is. She squished them. Do you want to squish them all? One more time? Mm-hmm. Tell me your guess.
I think this one's that big thing I think you buy the big thing, like that big, you stuff all your hair stuff in. I think you buy that and that's it.
Oh, okay. Now what are the other stuff? What do you think that stuff is?
I think this is like a treat or something.
Yeah?
I think this is a book.
Okay.
Book.
Okay.
Big pillow.
Oh.
Box thing. Big pillow. Full of candy.
A big pillow. So we got you a big pillow full of candy?
Dude, can you get me a big pillow full of candy for my birthday?
That'd be an awesome gift.
Seriously, though. Pillow full of candy, Rainbow.
Pillow full of candy? So you can eat candy and then pass out?
Yeah. Dad.
Careful, don't squish any of them. You don't know what they are.
Cool.
Are you so excited? What?
Wait, that wasn't cool. You can have this.
What?
Okay.
I said cool the end.
Cool the end?
Cool the end.
Oh. Very confused. Guys, don't rip it all. What if I needed to use that? What if there was one more gift that wasn't wrapped? And you just ripped it all. And now that poor gift is stuck unwrapped. And now it doesn't have anything to hide it from. And now it has to stay in the closet forever.
Okay, nothing.
But what if I had a present and that was its wrapping paper? And I don't have any more wrapping paper. That was all of it. What if I did have one more?
But you let me come out.
Damn. I thought it did.